guys, this is Wolfie here with a display of Final Fantasy Opera on the Global video for the 16th of June 2019, and a happy Father's Day to all the fathers all over the world. There is quite a bit to go over today, and I want to start this video with an apology. Now, why am I exactly apologizing? Well, in a previous video, I did make an error, and this is a numbers error, on the points needed to get to the 3 particular treasure notes in the Ifrit summoning board, which I said 2700. However, I did a little more research and I decided, you know what, let me test this out on my own, see if I got my math wrong. And it turns out that I was quite off, because the actual number to get to the treasure notes, which by the way has 3 draw tickets, 300 gems, and 5 armor tokens, the number to get to those nodes is actually 1700. And I do have a separate video that actually shows the exact path that I took to get to those nodes, which will be posted as soon as I'm done with this video, not just filming it, but also posting this video. So anyway, we are going to get into some actual news here, and I do have an announcement at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. Now, I was trying to film this video about not so long ago, and somehow it crashed on me. Second time today, actually. So, we're going to go over some of the important bits. And the first and foremost is going to be the character adjustments. And mind you, you can tell I'm not data mining this at all. However, I want to try to get the information out with my honest opinion as soon as I'm able to. So we do have a rework for Onyana and Ishtola. And before I go any further, Ishtola, it depends on how the individual pronounces her name. So I will be interchanging the pronunciation, so please do bear with me going forward here. So we have the buff called Sage, and this is based on the magic attack from Blizzard combo. So the rework here, basically, it raises the magic attack based on the Sage level. Now here it says, Sage 3 now moderately raises the party's attack as well. So you have to make sure the Sage level is at 3. But you also have to keep in mind that this does not stack with buffs of the same name. And then you have the other adjustment here. This is based on multi-hit. And you have here says raises his own speed and now his physical attack based on the ninja level. And like the Sage buff, this does not stack with buffs of the same name. And even though this also raises the party's attack. Now you have here Sage's expertise, and the rework is as very minor, moderately raises speed while Sage is active. Now you see here, this is in white, due to Onion Knight's increased turn rate as a result of the bar change, refill rate of his EX ability recast gauge through the usage of the command abilities has been increased to maintain the EX abilities recast rate. Now we're going to see the Blizzard combo extension rework, and this has this. So, you see here, it triggers an additional HP attack, and because Brave attack becomes Blizzard while Sage 1 or 2. Sage level 3 is Blizzard because Blizzard Plus, which is a 5-hit Ice Magic Brave attack. And it says here the magic attack, a buff that was previously granted with this extension, is now applied as part of the Sage buff. Really cool. Now you have here Ninja Secrets. This is the Crystal Strength level 58 passive. So this actually has an increase in his max bravery. And then we're going to go into the multi-hit extension rework. So we're going to go over the stuff in red. It says, like Blizzard combo, this triggers an additional HP attack. And while you have here some overflow up to 150%, which is decent. Well, this is in Ninja 3. Brave attack becomes Brave attack plus, which is a 6-hit non-elemental Brave brave attack. And melee, I should also add. It says the physical attack up that was previously granted with this extension is now applied as part of the ninja buff. So I'm liking this. Now with Yestola, this is why I love her. So we're going to go over the stone rework, and this is what happens. So you have 2 more uses of stone. While using stone, the number of brave hits becomes 2. You have a little bit of overflow, not as much, but a little bit. 120%. And then when her bravery is at least 30% of her max, Stone becomes Stone Plus, which increases bravery, has a high turn rate, and it triggers an additional HP attack. So it's one of those. It's like, wow. So, and the fact is, only requires at least 30% of her 30% of her max bravery. You can't ask for more than that. You can't. Then, in regards when you use Stone or Stone Plus, it becomes Brave Attack Plus. So you're probably gonna be able to get the uses of Stone off quicker, or Stone Plus. Now we're going to go into the level 58 passive, which is Last Boost. It's a complete overhaul here, folks. Got buffed initial boost, moderately raises initial bravery, largely increases max bravery with active buffs. Love it, love it, love it! Excuse me there. Now you're going to go into the Crystal Strength level 60 passive, which is the Medical 2 extension. What we have here is it increases bravery based on initial bravery before Brave Multiplier. Slightly increased Brave Multiplier, and what happens to party? 5 turns of max Brave up to. Love it. This is why I'm using her a lot more often. Is because stuff like this. Now, like I said, this whole thing with the Android update available, we're just going to read it briefly because I'm going to cover this whole issue up in a separate video. And mind you, this is the Android users like myself, so that is it for the weekly draw. I'm not going to get into it because I'm just wasting my time. We are, however, going to go into the Event Draw Summers 2001, which has the EX weapons. Yes, I said weapons, you heard this correct, for Yestola and Onion Knight, alongside the 15 and 35 CP weapons for Yestola, Onion Knight, and Warrior of Light. I did my free pull here, and I only got Power Stones, which actually became a huge blessing in disguise because it helped me max out an MLB Onion Knight's EX weapon. Since I also have Yestola's EX weapon and alongside Warrior of Light's EX weapon, I'm doing no more pulls on this bear because I already have everything. And even if I did get an EX weapon out of this, I'm not so sure what I would have been able to do with it. Outside of trying to hold on to it until EX Plus. And Global is still months away from that. So we're going to go into the Heretic Quest Summer's Chance Part 1. And come on. So I'm gonna focus on this image right here because this is the faces you'll be seeing in the co-op. So first wave will be Onion Knight and Cloud of Darkness. Second wave, Bartz and X Death. Third and final wave will be Vaughn and Vane. So I'm just gonna go over some of the important bits. So the Beatback Challenge details, we just got the last goal. So we're just gonna briefly skim through this. Now we're going to go take a quick look at the token exchange. you see here just what you need to get what. And this, like I said, this is the pitch part of the whole event. We got Catalyst, Rising, and Pitch. Pitch is the most difficult one of the bunch. And of course, on top of Y'shtola and United Warrior Fight being boosted, we also got Golbez being boosted. Then, of course, you got here the Radiant Artifacts that's associated with this event. Which, speaking of Radiant Artifacts and stuff, we're going to go straight into the upcoming last chapter for Lenna from Final Fantasy V. So this is coming up quite soon if you're in the United States, 2 a.m. UTC. This is one person who's EX weapon I will definitely be going after, and the reason why that is because what Lenna brings to the table in sense of what she does in the game is far more unique, and characters who bring something unique to the gameplay are more valuable to me than DPS units. Because DPS units, they're the easiest to replace, and sometimes you have to choose your favorites over the meta. And I do want to point out that there is a link that I will put in the description below. And mind you, this is from the City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia forum. The username is Leprechaun. He made an excellent post with the pros and cons of Lenna alongside Golbez, Kefka, and Rinoa. And it's an excellent post. I recommend it because he doesn't give out an opinion on who to go after. It's like he gives out like reasons why someone would pull for that character if they really wanted to. And the fact that it's honest and it's fair, for reasoning, I'm going to put the link to that post in the description below. And the thing is with Lenna, like I said, she has HP regen through Windrake Arrow, but to really get the most out of her, you need to be using Windrake Arrow Plus. Because if you use Windrake Arrow by itself, you're actually putting somebody at risk for a debuff because Windrake Arrow in regular mode is only 80%. You get the 100% from Windrake Arrow Plus. And like the Summer Chasms event, this does come with the Radiant Artifacts, which is an easy 350 gems. Now we're going to go into some stuff here. We got here the Final Fantasy Portal Apps campaign update. So as of the 14th of June, we have obtained the 600,000 points gold, which is the 5 relics of all knowledge. So on top of that, we're getting the 50 higher power ores and 50 higher guardians. And the 4th tier, believe it or not, are 20 armor tokens and 1 power stone. And which is at the 1,300,000 point goal. The 1,200,000 goal is 15 draw tickets. So, I mean, for those of you who are using the app, I just get as many points as possible. That's all I will be saying on that. Now, with the festive gems here, we'll just go over it really quickly because I want to get into the Y'shtola alternate costume when this thing comes up. So we have here these summer gem details. These may or may not repeat when the second part comes in, but this is the first one. The only one I got from this bunch is the cheapest one, and that's because I needed the chocobo tail feathers, as you can see here. I mean, for me, it's like I would have gone after the other 3, but like I said, depending on what I needed at the moment, what I needed were actually chocobo tail feathers, which is a way to get additional gems, believe it or not, because when it comes to these type of items to boost experience, every 10 levels equals 100 gems. Now, we're going to go into the limited time Y'shtola costume and discounted gems, because there's something I caught there that I do want to briefly address. So we have here this Cyan Healer's Robe alongside 9,000 gems. So, and this is the point, the item I want to bring up, since if you already purchased this costume before, you will only receive gems from the purchase. So, for me, this is kind of why I chose not to go after Yuna's alternate costume the second time around, because I bought it the first time around. And the thing is, you see here, it comes down to the costume appearance. This is only cosmetic, according to the information here. It has zero effects on stats or anything like that. It's really cool, and it makes her look really, really cool in my opinion. So, let me see if there's anything else I want to cover. Actually, I do. It's going to be under the panel missions, believe it or not. So, we're going to go over the second set of monthly missions, which is right here. So you see here that unlike previous panel missions we've got up to this point, we don't see anything with the Vesper, and that's actually okay. Because the fact you're mixing it up, I'm like, kudos, bravo. I mean, and then what I really like here, you have quests with Ramson, Kefka, and Golbez in the party. You have here the Ochu enemies to defeat. Clear 70 quests, and then you have to log in for 8 days. This might not take me that long to get to, in all honesty. And we're going to go over the third batch here. This is the June Summer 1-bit mission, so I was actually correct on this part for Global Game 4 panel missions this month. So, I mean, I'm not so sure how often they're going to do these type of seasonal banners. Pardon me, quickly. As I was saying before I had a bit of a coughing fit, that I don't know how often these type of banners are going to come up, like June, summer, or fall, winter, or whatever. And these are I am actually looking forward to, because we have, additional means to get gems as free to, especially for those who are free to play. And I'm pretty sure we will be seeing the second set of panel missions. I'm sure that we will be seeing the second set of special panel missions later on this week or early on next week. So, with that all of that out of the way, I do have a bit of an announcement, like I said, and the announcement is as thus. When it comes down to the City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, in regards to so I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break, but a break in a sense of videos like this, where I'm giving news and my honest opinion on it. And the reason why that is because I'm slowly but surely diversifying my content on my channel, which means I'll still be making videos like this, but not as often as I normally would before. I do have some videos lined up in a sense, and again, one of those videos is going to be the video where I took up the exact path I took to get to the 3 treasure notes. I have that ready to go, ready to post. So that's one of those videos. And I do have some varying videos in the works of the City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, but it's not stuff like this. It's going to be more or less stuff like tips for newcomers, stuff about if this game is really as free to play as some people claim to be. I also have another one. It's the third one's going to be a more fun video where I take a look at the 6 crystal affinities. Black, blue, green, red, white, and yellow. And figure out which of those crystal affinities one is likely to be farming for the most often. As well, I have a few other Square Enix related videos, which includes the Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer. I did see it. I also saw another video for another mobile game. I mean, again, this is only because it was part of the E3, Square Enix E3 presentation, so you'll probably find out which one it is once I get to that around to making that video. I also have a video that could potentially affect the future of the City of Final Fantasy Opera Omnia Global because, and the reason why this video, I may or may not be filming it is because I just wanted, because the contents of, not so much the video, but the topic itself is something that the makers of the game will have to comply if what I think is if what's being planned goes through. And I just want to be as honest and unbiased as I can. And like I said, I'm just gonna be very busy. I just got a lot of non-Opera Omnia videos to plan and or film. So it's one of those, it's like, I'm going to be taking a little bit of time away, just to get all those videos out, filmed, prepared, filmed, posted. And I should be coming back around to making videos like this, or I want to say it's going to be late August, early September. So that way, people can find out what I've been up to, all that good stuff. So it's not, and I will still be playing the game, mind you. So I'm just diversifying my content. And I will end it on that. So with Willie here, signing off, I will catch you all on the flip side.